How to save for financial independence. Financial independence at any age is achieved through extreme savings, investing, and/or entrepreneurship. Being above average in all three will lead you to an average retirement. Being exceptional in any one or multiple will take you further, faster than you ever thought possible. We'll discuss exactly that in this video. And by the time you finish watching this short, entertaining, engaging video, you'll know exactly why saving is fundamental to all aspects of financial independence, whether you're interested in investment or entrepreneurship. So lovingly, tenderly, gently, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe with post notifications on. And let's get started. You're watching Finance Squared, and I'm your host, Derek West. On this channel, we love to talk about all things personal finance, including stocks, cryptocurrency, credit, and of course, how to save and invest. One of the main things that strikes me when I watch a finance video is that quite a few folks make an emphasis on saving early and saving often. And while saving can be important, it can be problematic in some respects as well, particularly if your main goal is financial independence. If you want to achieve financial independence, you really have to understand the three pillars of personal finance. These pillars really define the path that a lot of finance gurus will advise you to take to gain financial independence. And saving money using some vehicle will help you to achieve financial freedom if you combine it with one of the other legs in the stool much quicker than you could have ever imagined. So in personal finance, there are three strategies to becoming financially independent: saving money, investing money, and entrepreneurship. Let's break them all down. Lots of people in the personal financial world focus on saving yourself more money. That is where a ton of the discussion on reducing your debts comes from. People like Susie Orman, Dave Ramsey, etc. They all focus on just getting rid of your debts, cutting out the credit card addiction, finding different ways to save money, and more. Now, there's a lot of merit to everything that they say on that topic. Being debt-free is one of the ways to ensure that you can save as much money as possible. When you are in debt, you most likely are paying a ton of money in interest. That is money in addition to the money you spent on whatever good or service that you just purchased. This is true for cars, for houses, for meals at restaurants, paid for by a credit card that you didn't pay off within a month's time. So not only are you purchasing things that you don't necessarily need, but you're paying extra for the privilege. Getting rid of those debts is an awesome way to save money. Not only that, but learning to use credit to your advantage is another awesome way to save money. I have a video with a lot of detail on that very topic. Feel free to check it out in the card above. Actually, it might be due for an upgrade in the coming months, so be sure to subscribe to this channel as well. But basically, credit cards give you a ton of bonuses and other perks for signing up with them and spending a minimum amount with them. The thinking of the credit card companies is that you'll sign up, try and spend the minimum balance, and then forget or maybe not even want to pay off the whole balance in a month's time. Effectively meaning that you did not have a plan to pay the whole thing off in a month's time. What you should do in circumstances like that is to save up some money for a specific purchase that you're looking to make. Maybe you need a new laptop. Maybe your camera gear is in desperate need of an upgrade. Maybe you want to go on a nice vacation. Perhaps you have a business expense you'd like to take care of, or a home repair or addition to your house. Something like that might be in the cards. Well, a savvy credit card devotee would save the money that they need to pay for those things that they're looking to get anyway. They would sign up for the credit card to get the bonuses that they're looking for. They would then purchase the item with the said credit card. And of course, they would immediately pay down the balance with the money that they saved up, capturing the credit card bonuses, but none of the interest payments. You would continue to do this, churning through different credit cards that offer different bonuses, so long as you're not spending on things that you don't need or not going to purchase anyway. It's similar to using credit cards to pay for your everyday expenses, to get whatever promotional bonuses the credit card is offering. And always, being sure to pay off the balance in full every month, every time, no questions asked. Doing that is a great way to build up your credit score. And building up your credit score allows you to begin investing in housing. Speaking of investing in housing, the other leg of the personal finance tool is investing. Investing is probably the way that an average individual can create wealth for themselves. And learning to save is almost a prerequisite for understanding about investment. Almost. But the same habits and tricks you can pick up on your path to saving come in handy when you're investing. After you've saved up a healthy emergency fund, you can then use that money to invest in a ton of things, including investing in yourself. This can include anything from buying a new suit to wear to a job interview, to upgrade your education levels so that you can apply for jobs that pay more money, or even better, starting up a business that will truly grow exponentially. More on that in a few minutes. But all of those are personal investments of your time, money, talent, and energy. When a lot of people think of investing, they think of things like opening up a Roth IRA and purchasing investments in the stock market, or even just buying stock in Tesla. Nowadays, a lot of folks think about investing in cryptocurrencies as they continue to be priced very high, with Bitcoin crossing the $60,000 mark just recently. However, the most common way that people invest their money is through housing or owning a home. Now, I will say that most people are doing it wrong. They purchase an expensive home for themselves, and that in and of itself becomes their largest investment. They take out a 30-year mortgage on the property, which means that they will likely pay double the price of the house in interest payments. In many ways, the way people invest, quote unquote, in houses is kind of a debt trap. There are ways that you can make investing in real estate work for you instead of the other way around. For example, one of my favorite ways is to purchase a duplex, triplex, or fourplex. Rent out the other units while you live in one, ensuring that the mortgage is being paid for by the other tenants, allowing you to essentially live for free in a nice home. There's also the tried and true methodology of finding a fixer-upper in a nice neighborhood. A house that doesn't need too much work, but yet and still is decrepit enough that the price of said house is not quite around the level of other more fancier domiciles in the neighborhood. You then purchase that house using a down payment that you saved up, live in it, and fix it up while you live in it. After all the necessary renovations are made, you then move out of the house, either renting it out or flipping it. And whether you flip it or rent it really depends on what the interest rate of the loan that you use to purchase it is. But that in and of itself is a whole other topic, so like and subscribe. But you keep doing that till you build up a nice portfolio of homes that you're renting out. You then leverage that portfolio to get into apartment complexes, and that's when the big bucks start to roll in. Grant Cardone is someone who used a similar strategy to that. At a certain point in time, he was saying that you shouldn't purchase small housing units to rent out because the risk of you having to pay the whole mortgage yourself is relatively high, and that is true. But frankly, it really is the only way to go when you're starting small and you want to get into real estate investing. Of course, if you've saved a good amount of money for a down payment on a house, you could also use that money to start some kind of entrepreneurial enterprise. Nowadays, it is easier than ever to start off on your own entrepreneurial venture. There are so many pathways, it's hard to know where to begin. There are some pathways that involve saving little, if any, money. For example, you could start a Shopify store that focuses on drop shipping as your method of sourcing products. You could also start a print-on-demand store that focuses on any number of print products that can be delivered directly to your customer that you only pay for when they order that product, saving you the hassle of having to purchase those products up front. You could start a social media advertising agency where clients hire you to help promote their business on social media and to help get traffic to certain products and to help their ads stand out against a very crowded market. All of those paths don't really require any upfront cash from you, the entrepreneur. But as with anything, having a little money in the bank can help with all of that. For example, dropshipping is not as profitable as having all your products stored in a warehouse and ready to ship when your customer orders. If you have a little money in the bank to help advertise your services, you'll definitely be in a better spot no matter what you do, particularly if you're a social media agency. But that saved money could be used to purchase a franchise of some kind that has built-in demand. Franchises like popular coffee chain, restaurants, fast food or otherwise, mobile phone stores. The list could go on and on. But entrepreneurship has the upside of having the capacity to exponentially grow your wealth, but the downside of having to put in long hours and investing of time and money. And of course, the very significant possibility of your venture not working out. Now, all three of the legs to that stool can lead you to an average life if you just stick to the average plan. If you just reduce your credit card expenses, take out a reasonable mortgage to buy a reasonable house, and limit your spending to just your needs and some wants, then you will have an above average lifestyle and about above average personal financial independence. Keeping in mind that the average American is several thousands of dollars in debt, has a massive mortgage that they must pay off, and little to no retirement savings. Or you could live as an extreme minimalist, only purchasing things you need when you need them, never getting a mortgage, clipping coupons to save a few cents on groceries, buying in bulk, and pre-making your food so you keep your recurring food costs low. You can then use all these savings to invest in a nice, safe S&P 500 index fund or ETF. If you manage to do that and put away 50 to 80% of your income, depending on how much that is, you could be a millionaire in 10 years or less. Alternatively, you could take that same money that you're putting away into an index fund or ETF and use it to fund the operations of your startup enterprise. Whether it's a Shopify store, an Amazon FBA store, you could use the cash to buy inventory and advertising to get your product into the hands of customers. Doing that, and assuming your enterprise is well positioned to grow, your wealth could grow exponentially. And it all happened because you learned to save money and then take those savings and invest them. Use them to fund your entrepreneurial pursuits. Make sure you're pursuing quality, entertaining financial information on YouTube. Do that by subscribing to this YouTube channel, Finance Squared, and turning on post notifications. That way, you won't miss any great videos when they drop. And while you're in an engaging mood, be sure to like this video if you liked this video, and drop a comment with your thoughts on how saving is fundamental to both investing and entrepreneurship. And remember, a goal without a plan is a wish, and a goal with a plan and no action, well, that's a wish list. Take action on your personal financial future by learning how to apply saving to both investing and entrepreneurship. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.